Hello guys, welcome back to the quantity surveying workshop and to another video. In this video we're going to be starting a new series, and its title is measurements for superstructural works. In the last video I finished the measurement for substructure, which was everything concerning foundation. Now in this video we're going to be treating the part of the building that you can see with your eyes, that is the block work, the erected block work of the building. So when we're treating the superstructural works of the building, what we are going to be measuring for is the block work. That's the block work that is already erected. Then adjustment for openings. We are going to be measuring this block work in such a way that it covers the entire building. But you know that buildings also have openings like windows, doors, and lintels. So since we are booking the block work to be an enclosed space, we are going to be adjusting. That's why we're going to be deducting openings for the windows and for the doors. That's what we're going to be doing, adjustment for openings. Then concrete work. You all know that the lintel is made up of different materials, but usually concrete, reinforced concrete. So we are going to be measuring for concrete work when we get to the lintel level, and then we are going to be measuring for the reinforcement and the stirrups that are used to make these lintels. Before I dive into the calculations, let me just use this opportunity to kind of define what lintels are. The lintel is the part of, or is a member of the building that encloses the top of a door or a window or any opening at all. Now, if you see this door, let's just assume that this opening right here is a door. This opening is a door. Now, we cannot just place blocks to enclose the top of this door opening, so we use lintels. Now, these lintels is made of concrete, sometimes wood, but usually concrete. Now this concrete is placed at the top of this door opening in order to give the block work that we're going to be laying on top of it a support, because without this lintel, the block works that we're going to be placing on top of here is going to fall down. So we need this lintel to kind of give a support to the block work. Now, if I cut this lintel, if I section this lintel through AA as seen here, what do we see inside the lintel? Now, we are going to be seeing 4 reinforcement bars that are connected to stirrups. Now, this dotted representation here are the reinforcement bars. Why these are little iron that are used to link the reinforcement bars. They are called stirrups, or links. We are also going to be measuring for these stirrups and the links, or the links. Then this is the longitudinal diagram of what you see inside the lintel. So the reinforcement bar, which are 4 in number, then the stirrups that are used to connect the reinforcement bars together. I was contemplating using the same plan we used for substructure, or changing the plan into a new plan, but I feel we should make the series kind of uniform so that it can be easy for the viewers to understand. So if you've been keeping up with the previous video, I'm sure you would remember this plan. As you can see, it is written on it because this was the plan we used in the video for substructure. Now, for us to calculate the block work for this plan, we are going to be needing the gates of the plan, both internally and externally, and we're going to be needing the height of the building. So this plan does not come with an elevation, so we're going to be assuming that the height of the building is 3 meters. That's 3000 mm. So to calculate for the block work of that plan, we need the girth and the height of the building. Now, how do we calculate the girth of this building? Like I said in the start of the video, we are going to be calculating the block work in such a way that the block covers the entire space of the plan. Now, if you look at this plan, it is a regular rectangle. Now, block work covers round the entire space. However, there's an opening at this area. You know what dotted lines are for in floor plans. It means that there's a lintel here, and lintels are used to cover an opening. So there's an opening here for the porch where you can enter the house. So there's an opening at this porch. So in order for us now to ensure that the entire rectangle is covered, we are going to be taking this wall here, this wall right here at the porch, and we're going to be bringing it to this place to cover the entire space. Now, doing that, we can now find the girth of the external wall of this plan. However, when you come to the internal block work, you know that we've already removed this block here and we've brought it outside to the external girth. So we will not be calculating this wall in the internal girth because it has already been used up in the external. To calculate for the girth, the same as perimeter, you know that the length of the building, we take the longest side, it is 12,825. So we calculate 12,825, and the width is 10,725. So we add the two together and it will give us 23,550, and then we times it by what? 2. It will give us 47,100. Then, since we use the out-to-out dimension, we are going towards less 4 corners, which is less 4 by 2 by half of what? The wall thickness, which is what? 225. And that will give us 900. 46,200. Now this is the center line for this plan externally. That before they calculated for this block work you are seeing here externally. Then we will book. We know that the height of our building as assumed is 3,000 meters, and I said that the measurements we're going to be needing is the girth and the height of the building. So our external girth, that's external center line, will give me what? 46.20 when you convert it to meters, and the height of the building is 3,000 mm. So you convert it to meters, it will give me what? 3.00, and then you close. Then we describe. How do we describe this? It's easy. What type of block work are you using? Or what type of block are you using? Hollow sandcrete block. What is the size? 225. So you say 225 mm thick hollow sandcrete block laid in stretcher bond with cement and sand mortar, and then you close. Now you've successfully booked for the block work for the external blocks. Now what is left now is the internal block work, and like I said in the substructural works, we can calculate this by dividing the internal block work into vertical and horizontal blocks. So you know that we've already removed this block work and we've brought it to the external gate, so we are not going to be booking this in the internal. So now how do I calculate this? Let me start by using the vertical first. So to calculate for my block work internally, I will start by taking the vertical walls first. Now looking at this plan, you can use any approach provided you are doing the technique right. So I can take this whole block from here, from this end to this end, to be my V1, and to calculate what is the entire length of this V1, all we need to do is to add 3,600, 225, 1,200, 225, 1,200, 225, and what, 3,600. When I sum everything together, it's going to give me the entire length of this block work down to this place. So to calculate that, we'll say V1 is equal to 10,275. So we'll go next to V2. I can take V2 to be this end-to-end dimension of this block work here, dividing bedroom 1 and bedroom 2. That's this block work here. And we know that since the end-to-end dimension for bedroom 1 is 3,600, I can take this block work now from the inside, which will give me the same dimension as 3,600. So V2 will be what? 3,600. Then we go towards V3. Now I have done for this entire block here, I have done for this block here. So next we'll take this block here. Now this block is the summation of the end-to-end dimension for toilet 1, the end-to-end dimension for toilet 2, and this block thickness here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be summing 1,200, 1,200, 225, and 1,200 to give us the entire length of this block here. So go to 2,625. So we go to V4. Now we've done for this side, and this side. Next we're going forwards this block work here that covers master's toilet and the closet. So we know that our master's toilet, that's MT3, is giving us 1,650, and there's a block thickness here of 225. Okay, instead of going through that long process, we know that from here to here is already giving us 3,600. So we know that the length of this block work is the same as 3,600. So V4 is 3,600. Then we move towards V5. Now we've already done V1, V2, V3, and V4. Now we go towards V5. We will take this wall in the kitchen end-to-end to be our V5, and the end-to-end dimension of the kitchen is what? 3,000. So the dimension for this wall inside will be 3,000. So V5 would be 3,000. Then we go towards V6. Now we're going to take V6 to be the dimension of this block work in closing the guest toilet, and we know that the end-to-end dimension of the guest toilet is 1,200. Therefore the dimension for this block work is going to be 1200, so we book 1200. Since we finished the vertical all the vertical walls, we are going to be adding them together. So vertical is equal to 24,300. Then we go to the horizontal. Now if you look at this plan, the horizontal wall are the walls that are colored in pencil, with black pencil. So this horizontal wall has already been used to cover this external gate, so it means that we're not going to be calculating for this block work here. Now we can calculate for this block work here. We know that the in-to-in dimension for the guest toilet is 2,500, but this block remains of 225, so we're going to be adding 2,500 to 225 so that we can get the entire dimension from here to this end. So 2,500 plus 225 is equal to 2,725. So H1 is equal to 2,725. H2, we are going to be taking H2 to be this block work here at the kitchen, and we know that the in-to-in dimension for the kitchen is 3,300. That means from here to inside is 3,300, but we need to cater for this block at this side, at the edge of the kitchen, which is 225. So we're going to be adding 225 to 3,300, which will give me 3,525. Then we go to what? H3. Now we're going to be taking H3 to be this horizontal block work dividing the closet and the master's toilet, that's MT3. So this, the in-to-in dimension for the master's toilet is 2,000. Therefore, the dimension for this block work is what? 2,000. So we book H3 is what? 2,000. Then we go to what? H4. Now I'm going to be taking H4 to be this entire block work here, that's from this side to this side as it is shaded. So we know that from here to here is 4,400. This block work, this block thickness is 225, and then from here to here is 2,000. So if I add everything together, it's going to give me the length of this block work. So we say 4,400 plus 225 plus 2,000 is equal to 6,625. So H4 is 6,625. Then we go to what? H5. Now H5 will be the block work dividing toilet 1 and toilet 2, which the dimension would be 2,000 as stipulated in the dimension here. So H5 will be what? 2,000. Then we go to what? H6. Now H6 is the same dimension as H4. That's this block work from here to here. We've already calculated it. So since they are the same, all we just need to do is to write it down as 6,625. So we've already found all the horizontals. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 horizontals. Then we're going to be looking for the total of this horizontal, 23,500. Now we are going to be adding the horizontal wall and the vertical walls to give us our total internal gates. So we'll say summary vertical is equal to what? 24,300. Horizontal is equal to what? 23,500. When you add them together, we're going to be having 47,800. This is what we're going to be having as our internal get, sorry. So we're going to be booking. We will book 47,800 divided by 1,000 will give me 47.80, and the height of the building is 3,000, so that's 3.00, and then the close. Then we what? Describe. The block work that was laid internally is the same as the block work that was laid externally, which is 225. So we can still use this same description that we've described in the external gates as our description for the internal gate. So we just write it 225 thick hollow sandcrete block laid in stretcher bond with cement and sand mortar, and then you close. So that will be that for measurement for the block work. Now if you've done this, it means that this entire plan has been covered with block, but there is no building that is just totally covered with block. You need to have openings for windows and doors. So we're going to be deducting spaces on our block work to cater for the windows and doors. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So we've come to the end of this video on calculating the block work for superstructure. So please, if you had adequate knowledge from this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, because it helps the channel grow. And if there's any part of the video you do not understand or you have any questions, please, I would love to see them in the comment sections. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.